Oh gosh, here it is. I think this is... Dev Note. As a small team of devs and artists, we've poured our hearts into this project and would love for you to experience Subliminal in as pure of an environment as possible. So if you can, we invite you to darken the room and pop on some of your best headphones. Thank you for being here. Okay. Well, I got this light source right here. I could turn that off. Matter of fact, maybe I should. Maybe I think I might. Hold on. How's that? How's that look? Of course, I got my window over there. I think that's all right. I think that'd work. Eject. Settings. Obligatory settings check. Motion blur. Bro, this menu is fire. I like this menu so far. What did I say? Remember? Things happen a little too quick. Look at this. This is sick, bro.
Hello. I am you. Or rather, a particularly articulate aspect of you. I am your conscious, your sense of direction. That faint voice on your shoulder that whispers, perhaps that slice of cake is a bit unnecessarily wide. That's often me. Though, admittedly, sometimes you don't listen. But that's all right. We're a team, you and I. A slightly disagreeable team at times, but a team nonetheless. Now, I imagine you're feeling a tad disoriented, uncertain possibly, like a sock that's lost its pair in the dryer of existence. Not to worry, this is perfectly normal. To start, your name is Caleb, and this vast void of nothingness that we're currently floating in is your mind. It's not always empty, of course. We're just doing a bit of maintenance at the moment. And actually, that's precisely why you're here. You see, sometimes our mind can get a bit gummed up, running low on that pure, uncomplicated joy that makes life worth it. In these times, we, or rather you, need to pop in and give it a small infusion of joy. A nudge, really, to get the gears of our mind back into motion. How do we get that joy? I'm glad you asked. While it might seem empty here at the moment, there are in fact little momentary bits of happiness tucked away all around us in our memories. And that's precisely where we're going. To go capture that very essence of joy. How do we access these memories? Another great question. It's quite simple. All you need to do is focus. Maybe there's a specific plant you remember from your parents' bedroom. Or perhaps that faint smell of chlorine from a day at the water park. Focus on that, and suddenly you might find yourself in the middle of that very park again. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are a few precautions we should go over.
You know,
I see you've centered your attention on our childhood basement. This is a great start, but not exactly what we're looking for. Our memories here, and their corresponding feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and soul-crushing guilt, are rather inconvenient. So, while I find a way to properly reorient onto our designated path, please find a way to occupy yourself. I'll be back momentarily.
okay. If I remember correctly, I gotta plug this in. Yeah. From the demo. That was also from the demo, but I'm tripping. Gives out a code right here. 35. I think that's the minute. It says 5:35, right? Answers right there for what you got to input on this clock. But hold on, before I do that, I kind of want to peep this refrigerator. Put this right here, and I want to... How do I move or interact with these things? I know it's E to interact, but it's not letting me do anything. And I assume it's because I'm getting ahead of myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and just input 535. That's that. Bop. Bop. Yeah.
Nope.
It's 535, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's 30, and then yeah.
Bruh.
Oh, I'm stupid. Hold up. Ignore that I completely flipped the hands. There we go.
I'm sure it's nothing. Here.
Yeah, it can't be anything, dude.
It seems we unfortunately don't have as much time as I'd hoped. We'll need to pop over to a different, happier memory rather soon.
For real?
I imagine you're feeling a bit unsettled. But please don't worry. These knocks are just little intrusive thoughts. They're not real in any capacity, only little flickers of our imagination. And it looks like we're going to play a little precautionary game. Quite a simple one, really. Just listen to the doors on either side of this room, and if one starts to creep open, hurry over and close it. Just a little game of focus.
Okay.
You've got this.
Thanks, man. I know I do, bro. I'll cook. Ha! You loud as frick. Yeah! Ah, ha, ha. Oh, heck no. I'm not playing it. I'm just gonna double tap E, bro. Bop. There's no point for me to. This ain't FNAF 4. Are you? No. Bop. Close. The second I see, I don't care. I can see something, and something can't show itself. Doors are getting closed regardless. Bop. Come on. Just gotta stay right here. Man, shit. My trajectory was off. I gotta aim up a little higher like this. Bop! Got him. Stupid. Boom! Whoa! Okay, this is a little freaky now.
It appears your focus is ever so slightly slipping. To prevent us from slipping any further, please ensure this memory stays fully and entirely illuminated.
Oh, okay. That's an extra step. I'd assume something creepy might essentially happen. Because I think in the demo, nothing very scary occurred. It was just back and forth, opening and closing doors, and eventually it stopped. Stop playing these games. Huh? Got jokes. Bah! I'm getting a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm not a big fan of this. Oh no. Stupid. You did it, and when you did it when I had a low, bro. This game is too easy. I'm about to Oh, nice. Thanks, cuh. Bah! I'm cooking. Bro, leave me alone. I'm coming. Don't worry. Ah! Turn that light back on. Bah!
Wonderfully done, Caleb. Unfortunately,
Thanks.
it appears this memory is still exhibiting signs of unpleasantness,
Yeah.
discomfort, and existential dread.
Yeah, can we move on?
Rather than dealing with all this mess now, why don't we take a stroll around and try to focus on something else?
Okay. Do I got a flashlight or something? Can I bring Mr. Clock with me, bro? He seemed kind of chill. He's not looking at me no more, though. That's the problem. What if I go this way? Okay. You know, the usual thing that a lot of people like to do is not listen to the effective, like, you're the narrator or my conscious in this case, right? Like a very popular decision amongst people to be like, oh, dude, I got free will. And they just don't listen. I think, but that's like the popular choice. So even though I'm the type of person that would like to listen, I guess let me be that guy that don't, because apparently that's the most entertaining thing amongst people.
Caleb, I can see you're curious, but please, let's not interact with any more mysterious switches.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry, dude, but apparently I feel like I'm obligated to not listen to you. Although I reckon the game will be just as interesting if I were to listen to you anyway. I think it'll be fine. But I'm gonna play into the rebellious type.
What a lovely painting.
You like that painting? I ain't doing the painting then. Let me know what it is. Yeah! Woo!
Imagine
No.
the time and effort that went into making that painting look just how it does now.
Yes, but that's like...
It'd be a shame if it went unnoticed.
Yeah, but sometimes some paintings, like a lot of hard work went into it, right? But sometimes it's just not for everybody, right? That's why, like, even though there's a painting out there that could be $10 million, not everybody and their mama's gonna pitch in 10 million bucks to go buy that painting, right? Because not everybody likes that.
Let's not waste time. We have so many joy-filled memories waiting.
Bro, dude, can you please, like, stop trying to control me? Bro, I could tell your hairline receding and you're just projecting onto me. You're trying to make me do what you want to do because you're upset that you got, like, that... Bro, like... I can't do this. Yeah! Look at that, bro. Man, I'm a ninja. Let me open that door, bro. I'm not looking in there. I'm gonna go this way. It looks like a kitchen.
Let's not waste time. We have so many joy-filled memories waiting.
So, am I essentially forced to listen to this sucker? This is my mind. What is going on? I guess it's what my subconscious necessarily really wants. But I got ADHD or something. I don't know. So I'm just over here tripping. What if I try multiple times? What if I just twist a mess out of this doorway? All right, whatever. Okay, I guess I'm going to the water park. That's fine. I'll exhaust all my options. Or I could do this. Oh, my gaze. Ooh.
Here we are. Welcome to our memory of the waterworks.
Bro, this place look so dang fun, bro. What's that image?
Looks like you've left something on the floor.
Move mouse to rotate. Okay. Press E to collect. Memory meter. Alright.
Ah, Galen, you found it. This is our memory meter. It tracks all those perfect little pockets of joy we experience and stores them for us. The more we explore, the more we focus on all that joy, the more this meter will fill. When the meter's full, well, that means we've successfully re-experienced all the joy that memory has to offer, and we can move on. No need to rush. Just keep your eyes open. This joy has always been here. We're simply remembering how to see it.
Oh, what the heck? That dude got that. Do that again. I did. Okay. Universal water slide rules. I don't care. This is a memory, bro. I'll be danged if I die in my memory and I die in real life as a result. That's crazy. Imagine dying in your dream. You have a nightmare, and if you die in your dream, you die in real life. I'll be so upset. How much I weigh? 62. How old am I? 7? But 62 pounds? I mean, honestly, that's how much I weigh kind of like right now. It's green. Let's go. This current got to be strong as frick to be going up. Dude, this looks so fun, bro. I mean, like, come on. I'd probably ditch the floaty or, like, ditch the little boat, bro. I'll be going in raw. I would. Is that a memory of me laughing, bro? That's kind of how I laugh, like, in real...
Wonderful. We've got our first few ticks on our memory meter.
Yeah, that's not important right now, dude. I reckon a tragedy might have happened, and I am a very traumatized kid, right? And my subconscious is trying to, what is it? Essentially bury these traumatic events I may have experienced, right? Because I feel like that's how like childhood trauma works, right? You might like forget it, or like it'll be buried deep in the recesses of your mind, but it still affects you, and you're just not very you're not entirely too sure. I can go erase something again, buddy. Say less. Go ahead, yell at me. What am I erasing?
Ow! Oh, Caleb, please try to be more careful with what you touch.
You know what, sucker? If I ever see you in real life, you know what else? You know what I'm gonna touch? You know what I'm really gonna touch? And I don't mean it in a weird way at all. Well, kind of, but like more or less aggressive way, right? I see that dude's crotch.
This is precisely the muck I'd spoken of earlier. Old, rotten, much like that sandwich you've left forgotten in the back of your fridge. There's no real danger to it, of course, but it is unfortunately quite unpleasant. Certainly not the kind of thing we want crowding this lovely memory. Why don't you get this washed off?
Yeah, how do I do that? Do I just oh, the gun? Yeah, stupid. Ba 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 da 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 da. Yeah. What about the slide up there? Because I know there's a little bit on that slide. And this washing mechanic a little too good, bro. A little too efficient, dude. I'm telling you. Like, my goodness. I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's pretty dang nice. Kind of satisfying. Not satisfying that I can't. Suck up, bro.
Ah, yes, all right. That's quite enough. You unfortunately seem to be still somewhat distracted. But we can fix this.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
Please continue directly toward the large secondary slide tower.
Please continue directly towards a large secondary slide tower. This one over here. The footage is dropping
Wonderful
in frames.
choice, Caleb.
Man, I'm sick of this dude already, bro. You gonna look at me too? You did. What is... man, look. Moving up these stairs, though, dude. I'm athletic.
Don't worry about that. It's just a little mess. Why don't you try out this green one instead?
Conceptual safeguard. Oh, what if I want to go to the red one? Bro, Caleb, you really need to work on your hops. Okay, fine. The conceptual safeguard has gotten the best of me this time. Golly, it's 912. At least my weight's consistent. It would have been weird, bro, if I like it was like 62 pounds to 162. Like, what? Oh, you keeping me from hopping on a little too early? Right, nope. No, sucker. Why'd you hop in, bro? You should have hopped over it. Alright, bet. Into the darkness we go. I am submerged. Save point. All right. Well, unfortunately, I gotta get ready.
It looks like we have diverted slightly. There seems to have been a minor error, but not to worry. Please direct your attention over to the green illuminated exit sign hanging over the stairs. We have maintenance to tend to and far brighter memories to experience. Let's get going.
All right. I gotta go to work. But next time when I'm available, bro. Power of editing, whatever, jump cut. It's probably a terrible jump cut. I already got to fix something, too. Alright, there we go. So, good to resume, good to resume. Everything's looking fine. It's 9 p.m. It's literally 12 hours later. I was contemplating whether or not I should record at all. Because, man, I am tired, bro. Wait, wait. I got a prompt over here, did I not? Did I not? Oh, okay, whatever. Let's just move forward. No, no, I think I'm allowed in there. Alright, I guess for the time being, I will continue to go where this guy wants me to head. My subconscious. Negative.
It would seem we've inadvertently drifted into a section of our memory that our mind has chosen to set aside. Our mind does this occasionally to protect us from the memories and experiences it deems rather non-essential. Think of it as a sort of cognitive guardrail, designed to keep us seated firmly in our reality. Unfortunately, it appears we've now stumbled over the edge. But not to worry. Nothing here is ever truly shut out. Our mind always leaves a little key tucked under the proverbial doormat.
Okay. Proverbial doormat. I'm already lost. Oh, no. No, don't pause, don't pause. Okay, I just gotta press E to back out. Sweet. Peep. Red, green, green, red. So, where's this red light coming from? Red light, bro. It's this light, and it's reflecting the red from the... I guess technically it kind of is like red light. Can these kids in there shut up? Like, bro, I'm not in the mood. I'm actually not in a bad mood either, but... Oh, red. So, red. 2. Okay, whoa. 2, 1. Any other numbers? Am I tripping? Or is it just those 2 numbers and it's pretty much 2, 1, 1, 2? Is it that simple? Let's give it a shot. We won't know. So, right click to move the dials. Okay, so 2, 1, 1, 2. It was that easy. Alright. Bro, cook. That's on me. I hit the locker, bro, and that... Bro, please. Okay. I don't like that. How my heartbeat just started... It was subtle. I don't know if y'all heard that, but... Very subtle. I don't like this. Nah, I'm cornered here, bro. I'm not a fan. Okay. Left click on the light. And it should connect to the door? So left click the light or left click that John? Bro, what is wrong with my mind? What's that say? What's that say behind? Alright, whatever. Left click. Right? I'm not tripping. But it's not necessarily exactly telling me what I need to be left clicking. Whether it is the light source or the button. On the real, it's moments like this where this dang subconscious of mine needs to come through and just be like, you know what? This is stupid. Let me just open the door for you. Like, I'm not quite understanding that tutorial. Apparently, I guess, is just too vague. Or maybe I'm supposed to gather something from this.
No.
Right, because I'm having a hard time trying to interpret exactly what it's wanting me to do. I'm left clicking. Okay, but I'm also not getting really a prompt. And when I say prompt, I mean my center reticule, the circle, is not exactly glowing. So it's not really letting me, like, telling me, it's like, oh, you can interact with this. If anything, it's saying the opposite. It's saying that I can't. So what do I need to do? Get both within frame and then left click? Is that what it's saying? Get it like this? Like, I want it there. Like, I want this. Bop, bop. So zoom. Bop. 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 You right there. You go there. Hey. This ain't rocket science game. It ain't gotta be this difficult. Come on. Shut up. Okay. Bro, I'm not in the mood right now. I'm over here struggling for no reason. Hold up. Immersion. Camera shake, interactive outlines. Look, I got puzzle hints on too. If I turn these off, what is on, what's gonna be on that board? Nothing. Imagine that. Oh no, it's still there. So, okay, so essentially what it's saying is that this is not supposed to be a puzzle unless it's like once it's loaded in, it does not load out. Tutorials on. I've got all that crap, bro, and I'm over here already stuck. Subliminal. It's hot. Golly. I picked that up too, bro. You ain't unique. I picked that up too. Wait, what? Bro, wait. Bro, wait. Oh my. Alright, I'm just tripping.
Caleb, please, no, not there. This isn't where we need to go. Why don't we go back up the stairs? Back to all the fun.
Here's the problem, dog. One of the conceptual safeguards is broken, so.
No, don't kill him. Don't do this.
Woohoo! Hey, is it gonna happen again? Did I avoid the transportation to wherever I was gonna go? I don't like this, dude. I actually don't. Oh, I see. Gosh, this is freaky. Where'd the light go? Right here. Okay. Do that again. Power! And now it's right there. Now I think I'm beyond the point of no return. Unless I can find a way back. I kind of low-key want to go back. I don't like this. I don't like this area. I really don't. This is giving me the creeps, bro. Oh, nice. So now I can go and retrieve the light. All right, let's go see what's popping with my boy. Let's go be an obedient little kid, okay? I'm sorry if that's lame. Sucker's brother like, oh, that's lame. Yeah, shut up. I don't care. All right, we move.
Excellent, Caleb. Now, let's get going.
Dude ain't even questioning, bro. Sorry, it's just like, I don't want to leave the narrator, bro. I'm a wuss, cut. I'm not gonna, no. Okay, it looks like it doesn't even matter.
We're unfortunately a bit deeper than I anticipated. No matter, you've got this.
How do I squeeze through? Oh, I just hit my head on that, John. That was a nice detail, bro. I just... Need a Kiko. Ding, 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 ding. Freaking juices everywhere. Why are these all lit up in the red? I mean, these are like hiding spots. Sir, am I in any immediate danger right now, bro? I feel like I'm gonna have to beeline it back to that spot, man. I'm just saying. We'll walk for now, like it's very important. Because I don't want to start running and gain momentum and then run into whatever threat will probably be popping up. I'm not, no. That is not my plan. Hello? Oh, I don't like this, man. I feel like something's bound to happen. For reasons. Sucker don't play. Sucker don't play. Am I gonna die?
Come on, Caleb. We have so much more ahead of us.
Okay.
Trust me. What's next is worth it.
Bro, what'd you pull me by,
keep
bro?
going.
You pull me by, you yank my hair or did you pull my tail? Am I like a... Sorry. I'm just legitimately nervous. Oh, it's... there's the hint. Okay. So, red John, right click. Bah! Oh, interesting. Huh. Interesting. Wait, did that just close as a result? No, I'm supposed to go here? Okay, let me get a better look. So, red thing. I think that black blob is me, and then I do what? I get closer. Hold on. Huh? Huh? I'm lost again. I gotta very clearly pull this under this John, right? That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all, actually. It doesn't get enough height. So then this guy. I'm confused. I mean, to be fair, I'm always confused, but you do this, it powers those two things, exit is open. However, the barrier is too large to fit underneath this door. So I have a feeling I'm definitely missing something. I mean, that's a given. I'll be one of those suckers that if a monster's actively chasing me and I had to solve a puzzle during the chase sequence, I'll be sitting there like, ah! 1 second, man. Give me a second, bro. I'm trying to figure this out, man. My brain's working hard. Just like, I wouldn't be able to, like, oh, come on, bro. All right, Caleb, squeeze through, bro. Caleb, you got this, bro. Squeeze through, man. Dude. Dude, I think I just messed it up. This is funny. Okay, got another idea. Use these barriers to block it, like this thing being able to gather a source of power effectively. Bring him this way. No, no. Come on, bro. Stop! There we go. Okay, that one. This darkness, dude. Get down. Barrier? Oh, Lord. Alright, whatever. Pull you. And then I'll reflip you. I'll flip you back up. Get up! Alright, what about blocking just one, bro? You know, at this point, I just gotta start doing stuff. Bro. Oh my lord, dude. It's like, it's one of those things, right? Where the solution is so unbelievably simple, but I convolute and I'm sitting here not trying things. I need to, like, I'm a person that doesn't ask questions either, so that's probably why I'm so stupid. Like, bro, I just need to start doing stuff. You know, come on, bro, it's that simple. That's locked? Okay. That locked too? I reckon this one's open. Nope, I gotta go that way. That way. Can I pull the fire alarm? No? Boring. Close doors behind me? Can't.
It appears you've caught yourself in a memory loop.
Huh?
This happens occasionally when the mind gets a tad overstimulated and momentarily forgets exactly what comes next. But no need to worry. By doing something out of the ordinary or unexpected, we should be able to break the cycle and pop ourselves right back on path.
What if I just go super quick? It's like, that's not what you do, bro. This is the typical classic scenario where you turn
It
backwards.
seems you're having a bit of trouble. But it's okay. We've been here before, haven't we? A little nudge, something unexpected, should be enough to interrupt the loop and steer us back on course.
Tried going fast again because I was able to open up those other doors by going quick.
It's quite an odd mechanism, isn't it? Our mind becomes so busy, racing with so many different thoughts, scenarios, and possibilities, that the only thing it can eventually do is stand still. So hopelessly trapped inside itself that it's unable to even decide which foot to move next. Until, of course, it eventually realizes that there was nothing worth worrying about to begin with.
Please walk.
Stupid!
Hey man, my fault, dude. We've been established that I'm stupid. I don't think I'm too bad at puzzle games, but I'm second guessing myself right now. Heavily second guessing my self-belief in my whatever. Now I think it's this door. I think slowly but surely I'm going to progress down this hole. Yep, that's nice. Now nothing freaky happened, bro. I don't want my mind to start going on a trip and start, you know, coming up with monsters, because we all familiar with the subliminal monster already, especially in that playhouse. Did I reset? Did I mess something up? What? I was like, yeah, bro, we were supposed to pull the fire alarm. Bro, how did you not know that? It's so obvious. So you can't pull that mess. Wait, was that unironically what I was supposed to do?
We're now fully re-established on our intended course, and should be back in the waterworks momentarily.
Alright, dude. Now, break room. What's that say? Domination room. Yeah. Let's get it. Remember. Yeah, remember your hot breath. Brush teeth, my guy. Now, I feel like he's not gonna be a big fan of me trying to go this way. And it's locked anyway. So I feel like I lost my opportunity or my chance to divert paths, right? This is one of those games, for sure, without a doubt, where you can listen to your subconscious or, you know, not listen at all. Which is a good thing. It means that I can, like, essentially record this game multiple times.
Wait, that can't be right. The break room. Yes, the break room. I'm certain that's the way we went before.
Okay. Still walking because I don't know what essentially is going to occur.
It appears we've experienced a minor navigational error. We seem to have skipped forward. However, this memory does appear to be quite full of joy, and should in fact be the perfect place to continue filling up our memory meter.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you say, bro. Like I said, I'm familiar with the demo, and this is like reminiscent of the location you are in whenever you run into the freak show of a monster that I don't know, whatever it is. It's
Welcome to Walter. Not just a cute red balloon, but an integral and fundamental part of our childhood. I'm sure you remember the countless times he's personally helped lift our spirits after a rather long day. In a moment, you'll get to actually hold him again. But please take caution, as even though he's always played a crucial and irreplaceable role in our childhood as our sole unwavering companion, he is rather delicate and requires the utmost care and restraint.
I was backing up and I thought I just hit something. What happens if I pop him? That ain't my goal. Yeah, let's get it, Walter. Let's go. Me. Play place, bro. I don't want to be in this John. Oh, this the freak show place. No. Oh, Lord. Can I close the doors behind me? Locked, okay. Oh, Lord. Where's what?
Ugh, Caleb, what are you doing?
Trying to get you to talk to me, dude. I'm scared. Okay, it's stripping. I thought it was some pitter-patter of feet. And I'm not a fan of feet, bro. Sorry if that makes some of y'all upset, because I know some suckers are real big fans of feet. Suckers are like, man, feet are fire, bro. What you mean you're not a fan of feet? Sucker, I'm not a fan of feet, okay?
There you are. I see you found a little crack in our joy-filled maintenance route. Not to worry, there's nothing for us here anyway. Please turn back immediately.
That's what I'm doing, dude. Matter of fact, I'm walking the whole time. I mean, I could be running, but, like, I don't want to run into anything. Right? Because that's, like, what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to go to some direction and something's going to pop up in front of me. Right? All right, let's mess with this blue light, though. Let's see what it's got for me. Okay, so, right, I should have known that. So, okay, beforehand, let me go this way. I'm just gonna assume Walter's gonna be okay for the most part. And if he's gonna pop, it's going to be a scripted, like he's...
I see you having a bit of trouble. Not to worry. While I can't directly help you solve this, I can provide various thoughtful and warm-hearted lines of emotional encouragement. You're doing wonderfully.
Thanks, dude! You are so cool. Okay. So that's just like a loop. That's going this way. So I'm gonna go that way. Yeah. Hold up. Do I need multiple sources of light? Do I need more than like one light source and just like... Well, let's go back here and peep and see. I'm seeing 3 cables, but... That's where I came from. Man, Walter's such a chill guy, bro. I mean, seriously. If you ain't a fan of Walter, I ain't a fan of you, bro. You stupid. And you just wrong. Imagine that, you're wrong for not being a fan of something. Oh. Reset that. Cook. Hey, dude, I made it. Speak to me, oh toothless one.
Wonderful. We've made it to the play place. Everything here has been tirelessly tested and is guaranteed to be completely safe.
Yeah. Whatever you say, buddy. Red one. Gotta go down the red one, bro. Hey! I just smacked my booty pretty hard. When is this freak show thing gonna be a problem, right? Oh, I gotta get power and activate the gun so that way I can shoot it and kill it, bro. And I obviously gotta throw something down in there. Now, I'm missing one. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. This guy is me. Oh, Lord. Alright. Let's move. Get moving, Caleb. Take the blue slide. Who's a good color? Dude, Caleb, you need to learn to not bust your cheeks on that mess, bruh. I know that gotta hurt at least a little bit. Oh, got a message. Hold on, I'm gonna use this as a moment to kind of catch my breath. Nothing's happening, but it's the, I guess it's just more or less...
the funometer. A perfect stop on our joy-filled journey. Unfortunately, it seems to be momentarily unpowered. But, given your demonstrated proclivity for resolving unexpected challenges, I'm sure you can figure it out.
Oh, yeah? I sure do take my time, don't I?
Green and oolong tea leaves.
Oolong tea leaves?
As easy as 1, 2, 3. Blood belt from a cold or allergies? Double use every night.
It's a... Get this guy. Squish it back and start all over.
Additional black, green, and oolong tea leaves.
Hi, I'm just popping in to let you know. Don't be afraid to have some fun. We're here to collect joy after all. Go let loose, jump around, knock something over. Just make sure you do all of that inside our carefully constructed maintenance path.
Now, care to explain which path is the maintenance path? I gotta be on my toes. If this sucker does want to pop up, bro, guess what? Not a big deal.
Wonderful. Excellent work, Caleb.
Now, what if I had hypothetically done that before I got to the part where I got the clue? The possibility of actually, like, skipping the mess? Am I going back to that little TV? Is that the move here? Minigame, bro? Oh, I can finally go and shoot stuff. Peep. Watch this. What happens if that reaches 0, bro? Wait a minute. Do I gotta go to the one that's lit up? Oh, I think I do. I missed! Oh, nah. I can't go up there. It's gonna reach 0. Rest in peace, Caleb, eh? No!
Don't worry, Caleb. We have plenty of time. I believe you do need to shoot those foam cubes into that great big funnel.
You think so? Because I think so too. I have a sudden suspicion that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. It's just this game. This game is trying its best to be slick, bro. Did it make it easier for me? Is this why it's like? Because this is different. Is this the game's way of saying, like, bro, you are folding tremendously, dude. Oh. Where? Right, where's the next one? That's the problem. Where? Right there. Okay, blurry as frick, bro. Funometer. It's not fun, bro. Alright, where? Right there. I think it's like getting me familiar with this place while also deconstructing it to make this, whatever scary moment happens, actually scary. Right? So, I'd want to go up, but that's the wrong way. Of course it is. My gosh, I do not know. Where? Up there. I just gotta go back where I came from, eh? I can hop up, right? Because I hopped down from right here. Next one. Where? Where? Right there. Back up. This place is really falling apart. Yeah, I'm going. Say less. so I died.
Bruh.
Wait, hold up. I'm confusing something here. Am I turning right? Yeah. Look at the edit they made on this thing, bro. Yeah, they really changed the way this sucker really look, eh? Oh, I am turning right. Oh, Lord. Space. Get on through, cuh. Move, cuh! Jump! Yeah. Ah! What was the point of focusing on this sucker in the first place? Oh, you hear him, bro? He's like... Ooh, I think I got a little closer to him that time, bro. Yeah, no. What if I'm supposed to turn around right there? I don't think so, man. He seems fairly quick. Alright, I'm riding the slide. I think I just wrote it wrong last time. Yeah. I just wasn't pressing W. I'm tripping. Down it. Hold W. I'm moving. My stroke arch? Alright. Okay. Sir. Are you not tracking, like, what just happened, bro? Well, I just went through. I'm probably gonna pick this up tomorrow. Taking heck of breaks, bro. Dude. Okay, yeah, I think this is the next part. So I'm gonna call it here for today, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Sooner or later, I'm gonna finish chapter 1. I have to. I'm not starting with another clap. I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into this John. Right now, where the heck was I supposed to go? Right here? So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I left off after succeeding in the first chase sequence, right? I believe that's what happened. So now I'm moving on. That first chase was... Oh no, I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, we got another light here. Hello? Am I able to fall? No. I don't even want to attempt it, bro. You got me messed up. I'm not gonna do that. Alright, video game, John. Video game area. Oh? On me? Can I play this? Press start. Can't. Alright, that's fine. Got a token! Gosh dang it, little subtle scares like that, bro. Okay, let me try this. No? So I gotta go under here. Alright, bet. No? I don't like this. I don't like this feeling I'm getting. So I got a coin, so I suppose I gotta play this game? Let's try that. I guess not. Okay. Or maybe this one. The machine that I grabbed it off of. Figures. Alright. Stupid. I just jumped to start. Oh, it's one of these games? Yeah. Hey, yo! Am I supposed to catch that? Is that a collectible, or I die if I took... No, that looks like a collectible right there. Give me that star, brother. Now let's try again. Alright, I guess I was mistaken. Oops. Wait, is that balloon again? Since I took a break, I already forgot the balloon's name. But I'm assuming that the balloon isn't meant to be like a a memorable mascot of this game. But I could be mistaken, right? I just remember that the balloon was a character I had to walk around with. And he was pretty chill, too. The balloon was vibing with me, bro. Balloon's the homie. Can I, like... Okay, I was about to say if I can move, like, left and right. cooking, dude. Up until I get hit by one of them blue balls. Sorry, I gotta go up. Oh yeah, I gotta go up high. Okay, hold on. No, I'm done. I assume that that is probably an achievement that can be unlocked if I were to get the top score, right? Personally, since I'm recording, I don't want to spend that long trying that. That's like something I could do on my own time, right? Hello? Okay, that's just a corner. Hold on. Because I have this light on, I might as well up the graphics a bit. I mean this, the brightness. And that's on me. 120, oh, no, that's a little too much, low-key. 112, 111, 111. Yeah, let's go with that. That's fine. Excuse me. Now, am I supposed to actually bridge this gap? No. Got cooked. Well, at least it was quick recovery, so now I can just get back into it. All right, let's look around a bit. Let's peep the environment, see if there's any clues, right? Because what I've realized too is whenever puzzles are difficult for me, it's because I lack the the correct approach, or like the mentality for specific approaches. Right? Like I just need to start, what's the word? Conducting more trial and error. Right? If I see something that could be potentially the correct answer, let me do that then. Hello? So I got that light source. Now I'd reckon, I got a flashlight, I'd reckon that I gotta go to that purple light source. I'm still scared of that monster though. He lost his novelty after I was failing the chase sequence a few times, right? It was still freaky because the sound design and just the design of the monsters, it's just inherently scary to me. Some people probably think it's silly, and it's just like, okay, whatever, you're silly, and I like the monster. But yeah, it's just, I mean, that's just a fact. Some people don't. Okay, yeah, that's where I came from. That's where it's the slide I exited from after the I tried catching me and okay, fixed it. I reckon. Grab it. I fix this. Grab this. There we go. Oh, clock homie again. You gonna peep at me? Gonna make it weird? I can't mess with him. Where's Walter? There it is. Where's Walter? Hey, Walter. Was good, Walter? Did I see something? I don't like that I can't close. It's Walter. Oh, okay, let's see this. So, right, that on that door. Is that what opens it? Let's see that first. Okay, yes. Is he going? Walter, you are freaking me out a little bit right now. I'm just saying. Oh, I gotta put you there, eh? So I can go through here. What's up, dude? What's up, Walter? Wait, Walter. Now you're through. Grab the light and lock him. Now you stuck, Walter. Now I can go this way. I'm afraid of being interrupted by that stupid creature, bro. He's not stupid, he's freaky, but... Come here, Walter. Come here, Walter. Homie. Go right here, alright, cuh? There we go. Now that wasn't too bad. Right? I was having a much harder time with the earlier puzzles. Right?
Ah, there we are.
Okay.
It seems you got a bit distracted back there.
I feel like you did,
Before
Suga.
we
You were
continue,
gone for a minute.
I should remind you that these intrusive thoughts and their accompanying feelings of loneliness, guilt, and existential dread are in fact not real, and bear no truth or substance whatsoever. So please, if you do see anything like that again, immediately turn away and forget entirely about its existence. Now, let's move over to a different memory.
Now, would that work? That's the real question, right? next chase sequence, if I hypothetically turn around from the creature and just don't, or just like walk or whatever, will I die? My guess is yes. Right? You know what would be really freaky? Going down this long hallway, if that small creature, instead of chasing me, was just kind of like peeking around that corner. You just so much, you kind of see him, ever so slightly. Yeah, that's just because I can't stand stalking entities, bro. Entities that stalk you, no. I can't do it, bro. They're freaky. They are freaky. Okay, chase sequences are scary, right? But then, like I said, what happened initially is it lost its novelty after I started failing a few times.
No,
right?
no, please. This place isn't quite ready yet. Please immediately disregard whatever feelings cause you to come here and return to our established reconstructive path.
Okay, yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna do. But as I was saying, right, is like, it loses its novelty if you make it too difficult. And so that's the downside. You make it too difficult, then it goes from being scary to frustrating, right? And that's what you want to avoid. Brother, you know what? It's at that point. I was gonna save these for later until after I was done recording, but apparently I guess I need a fireball. Shoo. Alright, game developer, I forgive you. But anyway. Screw it. I'm gonna look up a guide and we're gonna look at it together. You must walk backwards through any hallway until you go through a door. Never turn around. How do suckers find that out? Like, see, that's the type of thing where I'm like, I don't even feel bad. Like, oh, dang it, I wasn't able to solve. Dang it. I'm stupid. I wasn't able to solve that one. No, I don't even feel stupid. Like, how the heck was one step forward, 2 steps back? I'm sorry for not being able to infer that, oh, I need to walk backwards until I get through a door. What? Huh? I still feel like I'm lost as to like, what to do. Even with that guide, I still feel like I'm messing something up. Golly, what the heck? Yeah, not a single... What? You must walk backwards through any hallway until you go through a door. Never turn around. Yeah. This sucker can run backwards for sure, though. Golly, bro, he got the burners. Yep. Okie dokie. Now, I assume this is the final section. Right. I'm already feeling a little buzzed from those 2 shots. I'm a lightweight. Feeling it in my head. I'm going down to where there's light. Sucker! Hit me with a dark... No. Of course. Probably what the game wanted. Oh, is that another puzzle? Smile. I don't like this area so much. I don't like this area. Okay. Move. Move. dip, Sonny. Hello? Dark as frick. Oh, I'm moving. Oh, I'm moving. I'm also deviating a little bit. Based off the direction I look at, it's looking like it. Golly, that's a good slide, man. That Mr. Fun. That's a man. Okay, excuse me. Sorry. What I meant to say is that mess looked fun. That's large. Am I crouched? I am crouched. Trash. Climb this. It's like a small guy come after me, bro. All I gotta do is climb that. He ain't gonna be able to get me. Because he wasn't programmed for that. I'm kidding. Of course. Stupid. Okay. Okay, what's this say? Excuse me. Universal Bounce House rules. Inflatable attractions are high energy experiences. Participants will encounter rapid movements, sudden rebounds, shifts in balance, and occasional loss of orientation. For your safety, you should be in good health before entering. Good health? Stocks are recovering. Yeah, I'm in good health. So. Hello? Clock dead. Can I close? No. Walter here. I can't have a bite of cake. So I can interact with balloons. Yeah. Smile. Is that the creature? Resembles him vaguely. Smile. You're on camera. Corridors, bro. Come on, son. 2. 3. Numero 3. But decide to go backwards, eh? I run into him anyway. Game got jokes. See, me not being able to backtrack, he would have been very easily been able to come after me, and I'm dead now. Okay. See, that was good. That's a good scare. It's not necessarily a jump scare. It's just unnerving and very unsettling, and it doesn't really want... Like, now I don't want to keep going. That's how I feel. I'm not frustrated like that puzzle. Now I'm actually scared. Gotta hit him with... Okay, point of the game is though, I gotta keep going. Wanted his teddy bear. 4. Okay, forgive me if I'm like wincing and whatnot. It's seriously unnerving. Because nothing's happening.
Excellent. We've successfully arrived in our recollection of the bounce house. But it looks like we'll need to quickly address one last safety measure before we get fully established on our designated path. But I'm quite certain you'll find it entirely manageable.
Okay, hold on. Hold up, bro. See that those scares are almost too good for. Oh, those like are super effective against me. Like, you know them Pokemon moves, bro. You know, fire types getting hit with a water type move. Oh, that's me. Chase
Hi,
sequences.
I'm just popping in to let you know, whatever it is you're currently doing, you're doing wonderfully.
Thanks, man. Can you like talk to me more often? Please. Okay. Another puzzle. Oh, a number. Okie dokie. Hello. Hello. Did you happen to see a big freak walk through here? No? Okay. Yeah, I knew I was tripping. key card. Yeah, I reckon that's through one of the doors, isn't it? Okay. Green, blue, yellow, orange. No green, but there's orange and blue. So I don't think that's the code. Your party will be called soon. Sit still. Smile. Stop looking at me, sucker. I'm still unsettled. I don't want to progress. That's good. That's like good design, in my opinion. Like that right there. Seen him.
I know at times it can be discouraging. Not getting it right when you're trying your best can make you feel like there's something fundamentally wrong with you. But despite this, might I remind you of the many joyful memories yet to come on our maintenance route? Each one brimming with that uncomplicated joy that makes life worth it. I'm sure you'll get through this.
I appreciate it, man. I do. Thank you very. Smile, smile, smile. So what? Do I just only select smile? Do I select all of them? Oh wait, no. I just actually get a drink. Diet soda. Smooth. I want a soda. Go that way. Paper. What about this one? Give me that one. Yeah, baking soda. Sucker. What the heck? Okay. Down. Dark blue. Water soda. Yo, what is going on here? What's with this vending machine in a selection? Random soda. I'm about to start collecting some sodas, dude. Do this one. I pressed all the unique buttons, so this is probably one I've already seen. Get baking soda. Okay. Done. Okay, let's see here. It's numbers. Yep. No. I need to back up. I need to press E again. I've been through this already. Alright, so I reckon. Right. Okay, I reckon nothing. I was gonna say something, but no, didn't work. I thought there was gonna be like a locker that stood out, and the number locker. The locker number would be like the key. Plug? No. What, it dirty? Dirty stuff? Hey, dirty. Is it? What if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, like the numbers on the walls of the rooms that it's going through? Imagine that. You know how silly that'd be? That would have been so funny. I'm gonna go back. Maybe the numbers were different, I just wasn't paying attention. Maybe it was in the order of 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3, that's 4. I don't like going back, because if this is intentional, something might happen. 2. It's gotta be 1. 2, 3. Stop it. Ah! 4. Why am I wincing? I don't think anything is gonna happen. Yeah, I'm chilling, bro. I'm tripping. Okay, let's see here. Okay, clearly that's not it. So it's maybe something else. Colored balloons. Pink, orange, blue, green. 4 colors, 4 numbers. Question is, what order? If it's the balloon count. Right? If it's the balloon count, what order? Maybe the... Oh my gosh. Maybe the order of the colored hallways? Is there a pink one? Pink, orange, green, blue. Orange. Is the first one pink? Blue. Okay. So blue, orange. Blue, orange, green. Yellow. Blue, orange, green, yellow. Okay. We got pink, but we do got blue, orange, green. Okay, so blue. Uno, dos, tres. Are they all here? Are they all centralized, or is there some around here? There's pink here. What about here? None here. Okay. Did I say blue, orange, green, yellow? Okay, so blue. 1, 2. 2 blue. Blue, orange, green, yellow. 2. Blue, orange. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, got disoriented there for a second. Blue, orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue, orange, green. Next, green. Green. 1, 2. I think it's 2 again. I could have just clicked the other way. I'm stupid. And then pink. Quite yellow, but hey, that's color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's wrong. Wait a minute. Is it the amount of shoes? Okay, that could definitely be it. That's the next one. Okay, blue. Is it pairs or is it individual? Let's try pairs first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Blue, orange. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Blue, orange, green. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another 4. And then I'll see the odd color out. Blue, orange, green. Is that orange or is that actually yellow? So I did blue, orange, green, now yellow. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's nothing to do with balloons. Why did I look at the balloons again? This has to be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, yeah. That wasn't too bad, but now I gotta proceed. I don't want to be scared, bro.
Unfortunately, it looks like we'll need to momentarily part ways. Please remain on course, retrieve the keycard, and promptly return back without any further unnecessary interruptions.
Momentarily part ways. Flashlight, of course. This is definitely a sequence or something. Just don't do what I think you're gonna do, sucker. And have me solving puzzles while I run. That worked. Hold that door, brother. Yeah. Oh, it's over. Come with it, smile. Actually, don't. Actually, don't. Don't come with it. Oh gosh, here it is. I think this is. Ah! Oh my! There it was. It was good. I was not expecting it so sudden, though. Sucker! Get out the way. Gotta move. Must move. Left. Crouch. Are you serious? That's quick. Yeah, nice to meet you, sucker. Your breath stank. Stank. Run! Scoot. Quicker. How do I get back? Move, kid.
Our mind has made quite a mess, hasn't it? Leave this be for now. There's somewhere we need to be. Please immediately continue through the entrance door.
I don't even want to. Don't hit me with a puzzle now. Keep that energy.
Well, it appears that your wandering attention has inadvertently caused a critical destabilization in our memory meter. However, rest assured, we've come prepared for this. Please continue through the unmarked door to your right.
My gosh. Bro. Smile. If you here too? Bro, get a life, man. Leave me alone. Like, go
Wait.
get a girlfriend.
No. Please immediately redirect yourself through the staff access hall.
Okay. Smile, go get a girlfriend, bro. Yeah, this narrator is my only source of comfort right now. I'm just saying. Even though he's been pretty unreliable, he left me by myself. Climb, sir.
No, Dick, please come back. This isn't right.
I can't, sucker. Hello? Hello? Whoa.
Unfortunately, you've become quite distracted. I do have to remind you that these lingering feelings of guilt and emptiness are nothing to worry about. But I can see you're not going to listen. So, before we continue our experience, we're going to need to make a slight detour.
Fixing sadness.
Since you have a moment, I'd like to quickly draw a parallel between your subconscious and that sandwich I'd mentioned before. You see, much like the mold on that sandwich, if given the opportunity, this rot will begin to spread, continuing to seep in and fester until it eventually consumes everything we hold dear. While the complete and total collapse of your perceived reality may sound distressing, I can assure you there is absolutely no cause for concern. In routine, simply staying focused on the joys of life renders that mold entirely inert. However, in the event you just can't seem to focus despite numerous polite and warm-hearted reminders, we need to take slightly more aggressive precautions.
Oh, yeah?
Please flip the shoot power switch and position yourself directly above the large red dot. Wonderful. Now, we can finally get you going where you should have been headed in the first place.
He's gonna show back.
No. This can't be right. I've done everything right. I've corrected everything you've messed up, every mistake, every misdirection, every distraction you've entertained. I fixed it all! Why do you insist on defying me?
Hey, listen, man.
Let's get you back on track.
I never tried
I'll
to.
return shortly.
It was never my intention. Uh-oh. He did it again. I'll return shortly. Yeah, now Smile Sucker is still gonna be around for sure. This is my mind. Who's to say he can't return? You may have hypothetically gotten rid of him, but he could hypothetically come back. Just saying. Golly, bro. Whoa. Okay, so that seems to have... It's like turned on. A bullet. Oh, gosh. Okay. So that's power. And then... Still got this flashlight. What was this going to? Nothing, so that's a free source. Let me peep this. Alright. I'll peep this light again. Does that allow for something? So I can't open that. Take this back. Suck, I have to leave. Again. Can you stop leaving me by myself? Please? Light source around here. Because I see this. I ain't so blind. Oh, wait a second. It's red. What's usually red that you can move? This. There you go. Do I grab it now and just like chill? Fix the zone. Am the zone. Give me that. What did I fix it? Ooh, barrier. Come here. I'm gonna hop on top of you. I'm gonna use you to drag this light across. Oh, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, Caleb. Oh, is that not right? I thought I was onto something. Yeah. Has no balance. You need to get some New Balance shoes, you know? Alright, sorry. That's not what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I almost killed myself, dude. Okay. Alright, whatever. Before we try something like that, before make any assumptions of me needing that light, I could do this. Wait, is that what was created? Yes, it was. Oh, what's here? Hop Weems. Huh? Huh? Hop Weems. Oh, Hot Wheels. There's red, white, blue, green, yellow. Red and white, blue, green, yellow. Red and white, blue, green, yellow. And I am assuming it's left to right. So red and white, blue, green, yellow. Okay. Red and white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is another stretch of the imagination. Sometimes you just gotta go with it and it might work. So there's 7 of those buildings. Blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things of blue. Oops. I could have just kept going the other way. And then green. Now green, I'm assuming it's like the different pieces of land. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's just bop. And then yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flower. Yellow. Cook. All right, hold on. I'm getting like ding ding my notifications. Oh my gosh! A pretty girl liked my freaking TikTok. I gotta avoid the gate from. Seriously, come on. You're killing the mood. You're killing the vibes right now. Killing it. Killing me, Smalls. Get through. Dang. Thank you. Now stand up. Okay. Behave yourself. Barrier. Block this. That's blocked. And a peek. There. Now I could do the good old. Okay. Smart. It's smart. It's smart. But that took me too long. Doing this in the dark. I'm in some guts, bro. I'm in the Resident Evil 7 biohazard area. Oh, this is cool. Whoa! Are those roller coasters?
What? No, no, no! What are you doing? I told you to stay put.
Well, funny enough, if I stay put. Can't move. Oh. Oh my gosh! This sucker, bro, he's back. No, is this because where he got dumped? Yep, figures. Thank you, Cub. Let me through! I'm dead. Yep. Okay, a little janky, but that's an easy fix, developer. Like, get it. Alright, don't get in front of those boxes because they get in your way. Back up and then turn around. Wait. Ease myself to the left. Be careful when jumping. Don't knock yourself off. Get across on the other side from this and pull this backwards. Move backwards. There we go. Had to keep moving backwards. Alright, then make your way down there. Now there's another chase. I'm gonna enter. Inevitably. What I have to do is figure out what I need to pull or interact with, right? Because I kept going straight. That was the wrong answer. Dang, that would have killed me.
Stop! There's nothing for you here! Stop it!
Hey man, I'm sorry, dude. I gotta keep going. Nothing you could do about it. I'm sorry, Cook. Alright, so. Can't go keep going here. What do I interact with them?
You unfortunately seem to be still not doing it right when you're trying your best. It can make you feel like there's something on your but we can fix this. See how it's been trying to every distraction you've entertained. I fixed it all.
Ooh, that. Into the abyss I go. Complete the canon ending. Okay. Into the pit. So, I have a good amount of things to say about the game, but first things first, I kind of want to keep things general before I go down into the nitty gritty or nitpicking side of things, right? So, overall, right, graphics are great. Okay, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Graphics of the video game were phenomenal. I experienced some dips in frames and performance at the very end there at the final chase. I'm sure they'll be evident within the recording. But other than that, that's not too big of a deal. I don't care. Okay, right? That I'm gonna go ahead and chalk that up to just my PC. Even though my PC is really not low end at all, it's also not the highest end, if that makes any sense, right? But yeah, graphically, beautiful. And then story. The direction that it's going in is relatively interesting to me. Some people could care less. Right? So when you play a horror game, you're not really playing more or less for the story as much as you are, I guess, just to be scared or for the experience. I mean, obviously there are some caveats to that, if that's the right word. Contradiction, not necessarily contradiction. I don't know what the word is or what the appropriate word is, but like, I guess outliers in a sense is what I'm trying to get at, right? Of games that are horror games that are played for the story, and I feel like a game like Outlast maybe might be a good example. That game does have a good story. It's a horror game. In regards to other horror games, though, I really don't know, right? But the story, I think the direction and the idea is good. However, I do believe that as a result of this game's direction and narrative and story, right, the developer kind of, what's the word, pigeonholed? I don't think pigeonholed is the right word either. I can't come up with appropriate terms, but he kind of constricted himself, and kind of restricted, there we go, there's the word, restricted his creative freedom in a sense through the story. He can't really allow it to be as open-ended. Actually, no, I think he can, because that narrator is the conscience, so anything can happen. And what I'm getting the idea that I'm getting, or my interpretation of the story, is you are playing as a kid who is, I guess, trying to relive his happiest moments, but they are plagued with trauma. And I think that's like pretty much the simplest I personally can put it. And that's what I see, is he is going through these moments that he has experienced in his childhood. Let me lock this. And something's happened to where everything's just going downhill. There's some trauma that had occurred. Now, I'm hoping what exactly it is revealed in episode 2, if this is a 2-episode like series, right? I don't know if there's going to be episode 3 or 4. I don't know how far this is going to go, but in episode 2, I'm hoping it would kind of like tie things together and be like, oh, this monster actually means something. It's not just something that's chasing him for the sake of making this liminal space game a horror game, right? To keep it from being solely a walking simulator, right? Could this game have worked as a walking simulator? Oh yeah, no, liminal space games do just fine as walking simulators. But right, now to go into like the bad things of the game, is the overall, the difficulty of some of the puzzles. And now I know if the developer's watching this, he's probably sick and tired of hearing the complaints over the puzzles. I know he is. It's like, dude, stop talking about the puzzles, bro. It's not my fault. You're stupid. He's probably like losing his mind. But I have to say it again, because that's something that has to be, I feel like, beaten into the developer, right? because he did make, especially that one, that second memory loop one, it's just too vague. And obviously, I'm keeping that in uncut, like I said, to make a point. But I did suggest, like, I guess a certain solution, a solution to, like, how to mitigate getting stuck and having to use guides, right? A way to implement, I guess, hints, right? Make it time-based. Spend too much time in a specific area, deliver a hint. And whether it's a subtitle underneath or you utilize it in a more creative sense and you actually have the narrator, the conscious, come back and be like, hey, try walking backwards, right? Obviously, that would be a more very, like, that'd be like giving them the answer. That would be a more advanced, not advanced, but a hint you get later on if you're still stuck. But it's the developer. He could figure it out if he were to implement that system. He could probably figure out exactly how he would do it. But dude, getting stuck in that area for 30 minutes and having to resort to a guide, right, is just kind of crazy. But it's also, I can't really say it's 100% the dev's fault, because it does fall down. It does fall to me as like an intelligence issue. Okay, I just couldn't figure it out. And that's like, yes, it's on me, but it's also on the developer because he did make it extremely vague. The poster, I can't see how I would have inferred that I need to walk backwards to one of the doors for it to open. Using a poster that said 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Right? Because I'm someone who would overcomplicate things. So I'm like, okay, maybe I go through the furthest door and then I go from the furthest door back to like the second closest to now the closest, because that's going backwards. So I take my step forward, taking it. That's me. I'm like over here like, maybe it's a door order. It's not, I walk backwards to the door. And then obviously I feel like the other poster was more helpful in that regard, in the sense of like, do not pay attention of what's behind you. Actually, no. Actually, that gives the opposite intention, right? That gives the, I don't know if intention is the right word. I'm using wrong words, but it implies, almost, I feel like it implies the opposite, is what I'm trying to say. That poster that said, do not mind what's behind you, only pay attention to what's ahead of you. That's not what it said verbatim, but close enough, right? That poster alone would have turned me away from the idea that I have to walk backwards into the door, 100%. Because it's like, oh, right? I got to keep looking ahead. I'm not turning around at all. I'm looking. I'm staying forward. But those are easy fixes. Oh yeah, he could fix that. 100%. 100%. He could tone down the hints. Now, something that I feel like is a good idea in every regard. And I'm not a game developer, so when I say I think this is a good idea, it could very well be a bad idea. But difficulties. I know it's like, oh my gosh, this dude just said difficulties. Oh, what? Easy, normal, hard on this game? Yeah, I'm not joking. Easy, right, for example, would incorporate like just way more dumbed down hints. Like hints that are just like extremely easy to understand and are almost spelled out for you in a sense for each puzzle section. And maybe more visual indicators, more cues. Kind of like, hey, go here, hey, do this, do that, right? And then also the chase sequences. Slow down the monster. On easy, make him slower. Limit the amount of obstacles that are in your way. Especially for the final chase. That was kind of annoying. What else? And then yeah, normal could just be like how it was, right? Normal would not be how it was. Obviously, incorporate fixes. I feel like you should still, like some of those puzzles should still in general be toned down, right? Like if there was an easy, normal, hard, that second memory loop puzzle would probably be like what would be hard difficulty. I wouldn't say that's normal or easy at all. Easy would have probably like you could change the posters, right, for the difficulty and make it more dumbed down. Like if you ever said, oh, I'm playing episode 1 on easy, The posters would be like, walk backwards, like cross the threshold with your back turned, or something like you could brainstorm and make it like a unique, maybe a gold looking poster, unique for that difficulty. And then normal can probably be something that's a little easier, than hard would be exactly what you already had there, right? Because at that point you can't be like they kind of like, you trap the reviewer in a sense of where it's like, I was playing on hard difficulty and the puzzles were difficult. Duh! You play on easy, and if they're difficult, then that's a different problem. But if you select hard difficulty, and you see a reviewer is like, and hard difficulty was just too hard, now they seem stupid, and their review is almost invalidated, because guess what? That's a stupid take. You play hard difficulty and it's difficult. Oh my gosh! Right? So, I don't know. And then obviously you can probably speed up the monster on hard, or I don't know. I feel like if you sped him up any more in a sense, would have been crazy. So yeah, the final chase was a bit clunky. It wasn't necessarily difficult. It was just frustrating because it wasn't very okay, my gripe, aside from the control, or like how clunky it was trying to like get over some of the obstacles that were in the way. The door was perfectly fine because that's a ramp. That was too easy. If I couldn't get up that, then that's a different problem. But getting over some of the boxes or certain things where there's different like objects with different geometry that's not just like a flat board, sometimes they were just a bit clunky and would lead to me getting killed or falling off, and that's just like. Now I feel like that's an easy fix too. You could probably just change what the obstacle is. Don't make them all doors. That'd be silly, but I mean you can. That'd be like, bro. Now it's Mickey. Now it's Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That's too easy. Don't want to make it too easy. Unless it's on easy difficulty. I'm just saying. Or on easy difficulty, lessen the amount of objects that are in your way. And on easy difficulty, guess what? The thing they have to pull down, maybe it does it automatically for you. You don't even have to right click. Okay, now that's making it too easy. Maybe a very easy difficulty. But I still feel like difficulty options would be like, if you want to make the game difficult, or give people the option to make the game difficulty and challenge, then make that a thing. But don't make it just difficult and frustrating in general for everybody, because that's what it was now. Keep it. It's fine. It wasn't bad. Okay? It wasn't. It required some intelligence and some deducing and something that I couldn't necessarily do on my own. That's my fault. I will take that. Like, I'm talking in specifics of the second memory loop. Right? I'd say that's on me. But I could also blame the developer too, because God, why'd you make it so vague and difficult anyway? That's crazy. Right? And that's where the difficulty options will come into play, where it would be like a safeguard, I feel like, for the developer. Because if I chose hard difficulty, then now I have no right to say it and be like, dang, that puzzle was hard. Yeah, because I picked hard. Right? And it's going to be difficult. But if I picked easy and it was that difficult, if I picked easy, if there were, like hypothetically, I'm speaking hypotheticals, right? If there were difficulty options and I picked easy and that was that puzzle, that's how it was, yeah, now I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna be like, bro, what is hard difficulty? I don't even want to imagine. But so yeah, I'm sure that he's heard that enough already, right? About the complaints with the puzzles. That's like the big thing, is kind of tone it down a bit. And also, I wasn't getting too many like liminal space vibes from the game. Maybe from the playhouse, but when I think of liminal spaces, I think of like almost vast expanses of, I guess, more eerie settings? I don't know. I'm not necessarily I'm not an SME, subject matter expert on liminal spaces, so I don't think I could really give very valuable input in that regard. But point is that I feel like near the end, it kind of lost it. The beginning in that bedroom, that was fine. the playhouse when we first get to that zone. That was fine too. First chase sequence, I actually liked. I did die a lot. But that's also because it was just like it's a trial and error chase sequence is, I guess it's fine. But I feel like a good example of a chase sequence that I can think of off the dome that's actually pretty decent with some nice little gameplay mechanics and decisions that you have to make, and you know, being able to read like visual cues in order to make the correct decision would be the chase sequence in Me Side from Crazy Mita when she uses the chainsaw to kill the glasses Mita. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you don't, I'm probably just gonna put up like a little video through editing of what exactly I'm talking about here. But that chase sequence used, right, it was fairly simple. It had simple obstacles where it was like a QTE, quick time event. Like you're going forward, you press space to jump. You go A and D to go left and right. And then you also, I think you pressed Q and E to whether you turn left and right. And there's a lamp, right, on the desk that's flashing, that's indicating which direction you go, whether you go left or you go right. And it's RNG. So if you fail, it switches. Same with the obstacles. And I think that was done pretty well. In this scenario, in this chase sequence, right, getting cut in the first one, I'm talking about the very first chase, getting cut off by Smile. I think that's the monster's name, Smile. That was like, okay, that was a bit unfair. It was dark. I was running. I was like, okay, I leap over this and I keep going. And then, but no, he's like teleported in front of me. Okay, maybe if I had faster reaction time, yes, maybe I probably could have avoided it 100%. But at the same time, it's just like, okay, I'm kind of dead there. I don't think I had a chance, me personally. And then dropping down in that little crevice off to the left. I think I got lucky and I saw that like right away and I was like, I'm squeezing in there. But I wouldn't be surprised if some people missed it and they're just like, a dead end. Oh, wow. What did I miss? And it leads to the point of frustration, right? You don't want to make your players frustrated. All right, at least I'd assume you don't want to. You want to make it challenging, but not frustrating. And finding that middle ground, I feel like, is a bit difficult. But that's what playtesters are for. And obviously, in the credits, he had playtesters. So I don't know if all his playtesters were like yes men and they had nothing but good things to say, like all of them. But if they did, they kind of screwed him over, right? They did him a disservice. If they were just all like, yeah, this game is great, there's nothing wrong. Or maybe they did have complaints and they, like their complaints led to change in the game. And the game now is more polished than what it was before, obviously, right? Development process, that's crazy. But what I'm trying to say is like, without the playtesters, if he released it and he had no playtesters, it probably would have been worse. That's assuming if his playtesters weren't yes men, saying, yeah, this is perfect. You don't gotta make changes at all. No, I'm not. They did that to him. Find better playtesters. Find playtesters that will be brutal. I'm not joking. That's the best thing you can get, right? Now, obviously, be able to distinguish on whether or not they're being unfairly brutal or if they're actually like making valid points, right? If they're just being like, man, this sucks. This is trash. This chase sequence goes on too long. Okay, well, that's not really constructive. Aside from the too long part, I guess you can consider that criticism. Like, yeah, maybe it does drag on. But like, okay, let's talk about the. I'm not gonna bash into the second memory loop one too long, right? I gave my ideas on how to kind of fix that. But for this final chase sequence, obstacles were a little janky. I'm not a game developer. I don't know how you can fix those, but I know you can. And then what else? The direction on where you go. You have the guidance with the lights, but now the things that you have to pull down with the red, right? That was a little more, I guess, confusing. Not necessarily. Like I was able to figure it out after I failed, right? But when I'm playing a horror game, okay, and this is me personally, and this is probably going to be a crazy take for some people, but I don't want to fail so many times because then it breaks my immersion, right? Because obviously, A, it leads to frustration. But also, B, one that's a big thing for me, is that I start to think, like, okay, hypothetically, if I were in this scenario, if this were me, could I make it out? Is there a very likely chance of me getting out of this personally alive? In that case, in what I experienced, no, not at all. I would have died 100%. And that, like, for me, it's just kind of like, that's a little lame. I want there to feel like I have a chance. Now, of course, there is a chance. There's a chance. The chance is there, but it's really slim. To the point where I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. I wouldn't. No. And that's like very nitty-picky. That's a very nitpicky thing, right? Nitty-picky. But I mean, I like the idea. Like, if I could look at something in a horror game and be like, could I do this? Can I survive this? And if it's like, there's a chance. It's slim, but there's enough of a chance to where I could say, yes, if I fight, I try hard, I just make, there's like correct decision making, etc., etc. And I could say the same thing here, yes, because at the end of the day, the chase sequence was like making the correct decisions. But it was just, it was structured in, God dang, man, I can't talk right now. I don't think it's the shot speaking, but it very well might be those two fireballs. But anyway, I digress. So it was structured in a way that it kind of got rid of that factor of where I was just like, yeah, I could survive this if I were in this situation. No, I wouldn't. And also another thing that's kind of crazy to me too is dying in your subconscious. Right? Like, bro, this is just subconscious. What's going on with this kid? Does this kid not have any willpower to the point where he's like, oh no, I made the wrong turn. I fall, I die. Bro, this is your head, ain't it? This is in your brain. Create something. Fight. Show a little more willpower, kid. But it is a kid. And that'd just be silly. That'd be silly. You'd be like, oh, I fell. Oh, magically I got caught. And now all of a sudden I willed the monster away. The monster flew away. Oh, it's my head. I got freedom. Oh, now all of a sudden this is a lucid dream. Or a lucid nightmare. I don't know. But, so I can see how that's silly. Right? That, like, making it so that if you make an incorrect decision, there's a fail-safe. Because guess what? It's your mind. Right? That's a logic. It's a dream. It's not necessarily a dream, but it's your head. So you failed, but guess what? You didn't, because you're in your head. You saved yourself because you willed it. Your character willed it. That'd be kind of weird. That'd be silly. But just, I guess, work on the jankiness of the last chase scene. And I read that the developer is placing checkpoints for it. And he's already tracking most of these issues. I'm just, I guess, trying to put ideas out there, but also reinforcing like how important it is to make these changes. He already addressed it, but I'm just also putting it out there that, hey man, right? I know you won't forget to make these changes because there's dozens and dozens of people that are complaining about this. I'm just putting mine out there because guess what? If as a developer, I'm sure he appreciates constructive criticism, and he probably wants to find consistencies in like the critiques, right? He wants to find what people want, what their gripes are, and what changes he can make, so much so that they all align with what we want as a mass for the most part. Right? He's not gonna listen to one person, right? If I'm the only person who made that like difficulty selector, if I'm the only person who pitched that idea, then he's about to be like, no, you're the only one. No, unless he himself hears it, and he's like, dang, that actually might not be a bad idea, and that could be implemented. Right? Easy difficulty has some different variations, and then normal might just be normal, and then hard will be difficult. That second memory loop would be on hard. Okay, that was 30 minutes to the point where I give up and I have to look at a guide. Yeah, that'd be hard difficulty. But regardless, now on to like what I've read in terms of like other critiques from other players. Right? What I think is stupid and what I don't like are these suckers suckers talking about some. This is the mascot game, or like mascot slop. Dang, 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 dang. Sucker, episode 2 ain't out yet, right? I'm assuming that this smile guy, this creature, has an integral part, plays an integral part in this kid's trauma. Okay, I don't know what Sven, the developer, is cooking up because he hasn't finished it. This is episode 1. Is it technical? Can you say it's a mascot game? Yes, because it has a creature that can technically be like marketed as a plushie, but it's very like an ugly creature. But it can. It's one of those things. Not as much as Poppy Playtime. And people have been comparing it to that. It's like, it's just another bomb. Shut up. Shut up. Yes, there are similarities, but just shut up, bro. Oh my gosh, the foundation, what this guy has going for the game is solid. There are directions that he could have gone that would have made it better. Yes. Okay, but that entity is done well. Like, whenever I finished that second memory loop, and I was going through those hallways with the number 1, 2, and then 3, when you see him peek and he grabs, that was scary. And then when he shows up, at some point after that, whenever I grab that card, and he pops up, that got me good. Okay, right? That got me good. But also, that draws me to another gripe. I thought I was done, but then I just remembered about that very good scare. What's annoying is how fast I had to react if I wanted to live in that scenario, right? And that goes back to the whole like hypothetical, like if I was there, would I survive this? If I picked up that key card and I turn around and he's right there and he doesn't give me any time to react, he's there and then he's immediately moving after me, and he's like, when he popped up, he was already close, I'm dead. Unless I do something like this, right? He's there, I turn around, and then I dart. Like, I'm gone. I'd probably see him, be stunned for a second, and that like half second is gonna lead me to dying. Okay. Like, I could be exaggerating, right? I forget exactly how quick it was or how fast I had to react, but I would look back through the footage, and I'm sure that my reaction time had to be quick, right? Because I died immediately. But then again, I got scared. But right, like that's the thing. If I was in that scenario, yeah, I'd be terrible, dude. If I was in that scenario, I probably would scream like a little girl. I pick up a keycard, I'm like, found it, turn around, and that thing. I'm not gonna do it because it's late. It's 10:16, but I'll let out a shrill scream, bro. Late, bro. Actually, I don't think I would let out a very girly scream. I'd probably let out like a scream, just like a little more manly, because I actually have to actively try to let a girl scream out. I'm not lying. I swear to God. All right, but yeah, but those are little tweaks he could do. Now level design and all that little thing in direction. Those, like, I feel like it's too late now, and I'm sure he has something cooking up. But he polishes these little, makes these puzzles a little easier. Maybe like finds new and creative ways to implement a hint system or hints, right? Because there was a hint option. But I don't, like, where were the hints? I don't, it didn't really seem very prevalent, because when I needed hints, there was no hints. At least, that's what I think. Unless they were very, very subtly integrated. Right? I didn't know. Right? I feel like the system was implemented in such a way that if I want to find out the difference, I'll have to do a playthrough of with hints and then without, and seek and actively try to seek. And I think that's just like, no, like, what? No, that's not how a hint system should be implemented, to the point where the hints themselves are kind of, I need hints to find the hints. Like, okay, but they're easy fixes. They are easy fixes. Now, can he change the direction of the story? Can he do these other gripes that people have? Because I believe I've read some gripes of people being like, man, this story's kind of bad. I don't like the monster. I don't like the direction it's going. It's weird. The locations aren't very liminal. They aren't what I'm used to, right? Where's level 1? Where's the back rooms? Where are the pool rooms at? Maybe episode 2. Like, something prevalent to this kid. Okay, because we're following a story of a kid and his trauma, and he's in these, like, liminal spaces. Okay, the implementation's fine with me, but I know there's people that are probably upset. I believe I've read, like, on how some people were like, oh my gosh, I don't like this. And another thing is just the mascot thing. It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess one way he could have implemented it was, like, make the entity more or less a stalking thing, as opposed to something that chases you, right? Because there's 3 chase sequences. I was a fan of the one in the middle. The first one, the second one in the middle, dude, I actually like that one. And I can't exactly pinpoint what he did right. I guess it's because it was short and sweet and it wasn't as janky. And it felt fair. Maybe I got lucky because I think I got it on my second attempt. I got on my first try, right? Because I activated the blue light, which was raising the gate, and it was too slow. And I was too slow as a result, and the monster got me because he was right behind me. But I think I got it on my second try, which is probably why I liked it, right? Because guess what? Lo and behold, I didn't get frustrated because I got it relatively quick, and it felt fair yet scary. Yeah. I think that might be the key to a degree, right? Avoid frustration. I got frustrated in that memory loop puzzle. Last chase because it was a little janky, right? There's little things that could be made that could fix those. I know. And then as for the other routes, right? I can't speak of, but I'm sure some of them might also have their problems, right? And I am confident that this developer will address them. Yeah, I'm confident. And then. What else? I think I had something in the back of my mind, like one other thing to talk about before I call it and go. Oh yeah, go back onto this, like making the creature stalking thing. The way I draw this, and right, I'm gonna try to like compare this to like what it is, what it all means, like in a metaphorical sense. Let me look that up. Let me make sure I'm utilizing the word metaphorical correctly, real fast. Characteristic of or relating to metaphor, figurative. Okay, whatever. I think that's right. Okay, what I'm saying here, or what I'm trying to say at the very least, is I'm seeing, or like personification. Like, right, this creature is the personification of this kid's trauma, and then where he's going through are these things in his past, and this trauma is something that has happened, that is prevalent in the back of his head. Because how I see childhood trauma, right, it's these very negative yet repressed memories that ultimately become repressed as you get older, that still have an effect on you. Like, I believe, like, I'm gonna speak from a personal experience, I believe I've been bullied in elementary school, but I have a hard time remembering very specific moments, except maybe like 1 or 2. And then I'm just like, wait a second. Maybe there was more. Maybe there was 3, 4. Maybe there was 5 instances. Maybe there was like certain things. Maybe I got beat up, but I don't remember that. Right? There's these things that, like, the things that can be considered traumatic are repressed, and then certain memories can bring them forth. And so this kid is probably going through something, and something in these memories, or what he's doing, is bringing forth his trauma, which is this smile creature. Now, as to what it is, I don't know. Hopefully Sven has something cooking for like a reason, or like what is exactly going on, and I'm sure we told in episode 2. Now, will it hit? Would it be like, dang, that's fire? I like on how he, connected these things together. It's up for debate, but I'm sure he would chill with the puzzles on episode 2. I'm sure he learned his lesson. But other than that, back on topic. Having trauma violently attack this kid almost makes me think that, right, if this is kind of like personification of everything or whatever, I don't know how to explain it very well. I could almost draw it to like he's having a panic attack, right? Because if this is things that are going on in his mind, and we don't know what's going on with this kid outside of his mind, right? If he's being chased by this monster, then what's happening on the outside of his conscious or his inside of his mind is probably he's having a panic attack. He's like as a kid, he's freaking out. That's what I could say those chase sequences are. He's flipping out. Versus if it were to be a stalking entity, he's probably just very nervous, anxious, on edge, a very like just scared kid. It's just like for whatever reason, I don't know, right? I just see it as that, and I feel like for me, a stalking entities, man, no. I'm not scripted chases. I'm all fine for. They're not my favorite, and I don't find them the scariest. Right? They're scary initially, to a degree. At least that second one was, because it was claustrophobic, dude, and dark. And I was like, dude, but it also wasn't too difficult. So I feel like that one was executed well, in my opinion. That was a good one. The first one, I believe it was better in the demo. But like I said, this dude can fix it and make it good. He can. Yeah, he can. Second one was good. I wouldn't tweak it, but that's just because I cooked. Hey man, I take that W, bro. I cooked. Well, I didn't. It wasn't first try. I would have been sick if I did it first try. But hey man, if I opened that door fast enough, maybe I would have gotten it first try. I feel like I would have. That would have been sick. And then that last one. But I keep getting off topic. But making it a stalking, dude, it would have been so hard for me to get through the game. Like during like okay, hypothetically, right? If he were to make it so much so that in that first game where you're like shooting the gun into the like the little target to make the funnel meter go back up and then it's going down, if in the corner of my eye or if I'm going certain areas, I see that sucker, I see him, he's somewhere, or I hear him, I probably would be like, no, no. But instead, what happened? It became more of like a maze. And I was trying to figure out, and I failed a few times. Trial and error. There weren't necessarily scares. Frustration started to creep in, right? You can't let that happen, bro. No, don't frustrate your gamers, dude. It leads to bad reviews. It leaves a sour taste in their mouth, and then they go into full hate mode, and now they're all like, okay, I didn't like this. Oh, now that I think about it, I didn't like this, and I didn't like that. Alright. I'm freaking out. Will I leave this game a negative review? Definitely not. I feel like it's too soon for that. The guy already put out, the developer, he's like, I'm going to fix these things. I can see how these things go. I'm not going to touch the game again until updates pushed out, and then maybe I'll consider going to see what was changed. I don't think I'm going to record it or even live stream it. I don't live stream because I got anxiety. If I started to get viewers somehow, probably freak out. Like, uh-oh, I gotta get off. Yeah, I'm going, guys. But yeah. I don't know. Like, if I were to make this game, if I were to be the developer, I probably would have gone for more of a stalking entity, maybe with like one chase sequence. Maybe like the final chase sequence is the chase, the panic attack, quote unquote. And then everything else in between is just building anxiety, atmosphere, and then toning down the puzzles to the point where there still are puzzles, because it is what is it? I think it is described as a puzzle game. Subliminal is a psychological horror game inspired by the urban legend of the backrooms, bleeding edge lighting rendering, handcrafted illuminating layers, light and perspective-based puzzles. So it is stated that there are puzzles, 62%. That's a shame, but this guy could fix it. This guy can get those numbers back up. Now, will people change it if he makes these fixes? And he does. Yeah, I feel like some people might actually like review and like revise their review and revise their review. But other than that, it is stated that there are puzzles. But it's not like one of the first things that jump out in the description on his Steam page, right? Because the puzzles were actually pretty dang prevalent, and they were the most time-consuming part of the game. Not necessarily the scary moments, it was the puzzles, the frustrating puzzles, and then the chase sequences being a little unfair and not giving you enough time to the point where you had to react quick if you even so much as wanted a chance to get the chase sequence done in maybe your first attempt, that'd be crazy, right? And I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing to where like the thought of getting like if a blind playthrough or like someone who's doing a blind playthrough getting the chase sequence done on their first attempt is like an insane thought. That shouldn't be a thing. It should definitely be a possibility. Like this chase sequence, you should be able to, right? It should be possible. Not something where it's like, yo, you fluked. I don't know how you, where it's like it would lead to disbelief, right? Especially on the last chase sequence, right? And that shouldn't be a thing. That's my opinion. Because like I said, avoid frustration. Don't make it so that you're taking multiple attempts to do something. Because then it gets repetitive and it gets stupid. And now it's a memorization thing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. But that's the silver lining, dude. Is it can all be fixed. And I believe it. So I'm not leaving a review, and I'm not touching it until I get some updates. But other than that, the game was... I'm going to play episode 2. Without a doubt. Okay? Because I like this guy. He responded to the criticism right away, and plus I also feel bad. Because he's been working hard. There's no doubt about it. Who cares if he put out a product that was mediocre or a letdown for some people? I don't care. I'm not someone who's like, wow, you failed. I don't, because I try to be empathetic. If I was in his shoes, I would be beating myself up. And I feel like to a degree, he probably is like away from like, he's not making it public, but I'm sure deep down inside, he's probably like, this could have gone better. Or like he's probably, man, I should have probably done this. And now he's like, and so now he's doing the next best thing where it's like now he's gonna apply these fixes. Because that's the next best thing he could do. But I'm not gonna hate it all. And I trust and I hope that he takes these criticisms, not just mine, but a combination of everybody's, and uses it to make episode 2 a banger. Now that of course would apply a lot more pressure onto him. Might lead to him taking longer to push out episode 2 than he might have anticipated, right? Because if he pushed out episode 1 and got overwhelmingly positive reviews and everybody loved it, then he would go into episode 2 with crazy confidence. He'd be like, okay, I'm going the right direction. I don't have any doubt. And now he's probably going to go into episode 2 and he's probably going to be like, well, I have this idea and I have this thing going and now I'm dying. Like, is that the right? And I'm saying that because I feel like that's how I. And that's like, I feel like that's just realistic. Okay, a good analogy for what happened in real life to me is I made during speech class, I made almost not necessarily a speech or an informative speech. It was like an informal speech. I tried to make it funny. And I went up there and I was like cracking little jokes and whatnot. And I was like smirking, but nobody was laughing. And so my confidence and my energy with the delivery of some of these jokes I wrote down plummeted because the response wasn't very good. It wasn't as good as I thought. Right, and I feel like that's like kind of comparative to what he might be feeling. He probably went in releasing this game. He's like, bro, this is gonna pop. And then he gets mixed reviews, 62% positive. And it's over stupid things too. And I feel like that's relieving, but also soul crushing at the same time. It's like, God dang you. It's like, I'm over the puzzles being too hard. I could have fixed those. Or I could have made hints more prevalent, or just there was easy remedies for it. But I trust he'll get them fixed. I do. But that's it. I've been yapping for too long. So I'll see y'all later. Peace.